Hi Leo, welcome back. The main theme for you, also spiritual growth and taking off. There's a higher purpose here, a higher calling that you're pursuing, especially with this bird, this notion of taking off and certainly embracing a lot that's happening around you. So the Six of Swords and the bird with the Ace of Wands, the sky god Horus, really speak about taking a journey, taking a trip, and whether that is a physical journey or a spiritual journey. I would like to clarify this. This could be taking off in your career. This could be taking off to live a new life. There could be a lot of factors that come into play here that could potentially be the result of movement, either spiritual or physical. So let's have a look at what the Six of Swords with the Ace of Wands could mean for some of you. Growth, taking flight, things taking off for you. Okay, financially things are taking off for you with the Ace of Pentacles here. This is a large sum of money. I also feel like career or income revenue is taking off as well. This could be bonuses. This could be incentives if you are in a sales role. I feel like you're definitely moving towards the Pentacles here, Leo. Now, you do rule wands, so this is you in your element. And the fact that the Pentacles is being handed to you by the hand of God. This is pretty powerful. Some of you are receiving a very lucrative role, a contract of some kind, a lump sum of payment, a bonus admission payment, or something like this in the physical realm that's taking off. Some of you are moving, relocating, spending large amounts of money on a new life. Maybe it's a sea change. Maybe it's funding a business holiday. Maybe it's funding a personal trip. But it's definitely this notion of taking flight and leaving the nest. Some of you, if you have children that are grown or that are approaching adulthood, they are leaving the family home. So I think there is lots of changes happening in that regard with the Ace of Pentacles as well. And if you are dealing with an earth sign, I feel there's wonderful movement with an earth sign. As I said, the cup here is almost resembling the Knave of Chalices here. And this is all about illumination, about what you're passionate about, illumination in what to do different in your life, something else that's calling you, because I see you, Leo, sitting down assessing your options here when really the hand of God, the Knave of Chalices, is holding an offer or holding something new up to you, but perhaps you don't see it as yet, Leo. But things are taking flight unexpectedly, or all of a sudden you have an epiphany this month and this realization that you're supposed to be living in a different country, that you're supposed to be doing a different line of work, that you're supposed to be doing more with yourself, with your life choices, with your partner. So things are really taking flight, I feel. It could be something you've been working on as well, and it could be regarding finances, funds, for some of you as well, taking flight. The Devil, for those dealing with the Capricorn, as I said, earth energy. I feel there's positive things happening with the Devil, with the earth sign, sorry. With the Devil, I feel there can be a little bit of temptation, or for those that have been involved in something that's been really restricting you, Leo, you can see the chain here. These people are chained to something, so a substance, a person, an idea, a way of thinking. I feel like you're breaking free and you're taking off. You're leaving that behind. For some of you, you're really building on an existing relationship. There's really someone else that's sort of like your partner in crime here that's with you, that you're going to be going with, because there's someone in the little boat here, down here, and I feel like you're starting on some sort of journey, and for some of you, it's definitely going to involve someone else, someone who you feel like you're belonged to, someone you feel like that belongs to you or you belong to them, and that you have such a good earthly connection, a very strong karmic connection maybe, and you need to be with this person with the Devil card. Okay, hard work is definitely paying off. Those that are in business or work, I feel like there's strengths, there's a lot of all your strengths, you'll start to reap the fruit of your labor with the Ten of Wands lots of hard work, dedication, Leo. There's lots of perseverance and it's about to take off. This could also be, as I said, it is for the most part quite spiritual and quite an internal growth, an internal taking flight. But I feel like for those, you're actually taking the steps, you're doing the research, you're taking the practical steps to achieve the higher goal, to achieve the higher purpose here. And as I've mentioned, there will be rewards. We saw rewards with the Pentacles and the Sun card. This is you embracing being showered with gifts or benefits, being showered with monetary gains, being showered with abundance or affection, which is beautiful. I feel as though there is a very strong connection here with those that are dealing with other people romantically. The Emperor. I feel like where there were barren areas before, whether it's you not getting through to someone, maybe it's in business or in the company, you felt like you weren't valued. Maybe you felt there was someone that was taking advantage of you or taking you for granted. I feel like you're coming out of this in the month of November. It's something that could be quite intimidating, but I think you're definitely coming out of it and you're definitely taking flight. Possibly something going on around you. I think you might have wise counsel. So you might have someone around you that really has your back, and it could be the Emperor, this fire sign. It could be an Aries that has your back and is here to support you, is here to be by your side in whatever it is that you're going through. But I think it's more spiritual more than anything else, Leo. It's you seeing things definitely from a different vantage point. The bird is a delicate, fragile, intelligent creature, and to have this sort of energy is really that you're seeing things on a broader perspective because you've got a bird's eye view, so you're seeing a broader perspective of things. You're looking from a different vantage point, so to speak, and this in turn is changing your relationships with people. It's changing your goals, and it's giving you more. I think you'll find that the attitude that you have this month is going to be the one that's going to bring you blessings and treasures or gifts or money, whatever it is that you're after in the physical realm. But I think it all starts with this notion of spirituality. You did have the this is choice, Two of Swords, choice options, possibly aligning with someone very nicely here. Could be a relationship as well. The Devil card is here. I don't feel it's manipulation or anything though for some reason. In this context, I feel it's really positive and it's all about growth. Wow, okay, there's definitely a destined love, soulmate, twin flame, karmic connection coming in around you. It's someone that's quite spiritually enlightened, I feel. Or it's someone that's very successful, or it's someone that's on the brink of success. And if it's not you, it's them. And it could be a Gemini, because we have 2 swords, duality, and 2 people, also duality. So I feel there might be an air sign, a destined air sign coming in, or a destined soulmate connection partnership that's happening here. But I feel like you need to learn to get to be a little bit more enlightened, or you need to get to a certain level of enlightenment before you can invite this soulmate into your life. So I feel there's lessons you need to learn still, Leo, for those that are waiting for love and it hasn't shown up for you. I feel there's lessons that still need to be learned, but I do see some of you are meeting someone that's on the same spiritual frequency as you, meaning they're on the same level of enlightenment, they're at the same stage in their life. They've learned certain lessons. Maybe you've learned these lessons as well. Maybe you haven't, but I feel like this needs to happen. But this will happen very soon because the 2 of you are aligning in a really powerful way because you've come up as the lovers, which is beautiful. This is a very destined, strong connection with someone. This is the real deal. Possibly for some of you, happily ever after even. It could be Gemini, Capricorn, Aries. Could also be a strong fire sign here. So a Leo maybe, or a Sagittarius even. But it's a very deep connection here. And I'm thinking for some of you that are moving away from a relationship, the Six of Swords could indicate you're moving away from something. If you are moving away from a relationship to gain more spirituality or to really think about what you want in life, what sort of relationship you want, where you want to be in your life, I feel like you might move away from someone that isn't on your frequency, that isn't on your wavelength, and you'll move towards someone that is what I'm seeing, that's on the same level as you. And I think you'll embrace it. I think the attitude that you have this month, I don't feel as though there could be a bit of heartache with the Devil card. You might feel like you're connected with this person and you don't want to tear yourself away. But I think because you'll gain a deeper, higher understanding, Leo, this will make you see things differently. And it's all about perception for you this month. So if you are going through those struggles, I think you could really overcome them this month because of the way you're thinking. So if there's something you need to just confront, face on and do it, rip it off like a Band-Aid, if this is the month to do it, if there's any time to do it, I think this month, November, might be the time. Because if it's any time, it's now. So there is wonderful collaborations and choices. There's possibly choices in love, Leo, that's coming in for you. And one of them, I feel, is an air sign, is a destined air sign. But it can be really any sign. Some of you are traveling to locations that will bring you spiritual enlightenment. I've mentioned that before. It's a place where you'll meditate. And there is a lot of mountains, but yes, it's lush. It's also lush here as well. I can see the barren mountains behind the Emperor, but then you also see these lush forests or very manicured gardens. So some of you might be going to places like some very Asian countries or Indian countries for spiritual growth or enlightenment. So it could be places that are connected to spirituality or religion. Could be religious places. I feel it's more spiritual. But it could be religious also. Places like India, parts of Asia, for retreats of some kind. I think this is coming up and it'll do you good, Leo. It's really going to open up your eyes because look at all these cards here. In the center, you have the Ace of Wands. This is this brand new opportunity. This is you taking off. This is you having reverence to a deity, having reverence to a higher power, embracing that higher power, taking it with you and learning something so valuable from it that can really alter how you view your life, how you plan your life, how you achieve your goals. This is some serious spiritual enlightenment happening here. It's also soul searching, as I've mentioned. You're looking towards the journey. The bird is ready to, the bird and the boat. It's all about journey. It's all about motion and going forward, whilst embracing the experiences that you encounter on this journey in November. So look, I do feel it's more spiritual more than anything else. There is this relationship that's coming up, but it could be an internal relationship. Although I mentioned, the two lovers, it could also be the external you and the internal you as well, that a metaphysical belief or a religious belief or some sort of spiritual belief is combining the two. It's combining how you think and it's combining how you come across. So sort of like, say for example, sun signs. Sun signs are who we are personality-wise, attribute-wise, and then say for example our rising signs are the sign we exhibit to other people. So it's the internal and the external self. And this was like a major thing back in medieval ages, that you had the internal self, the way you thought, the way you did things, your perception, and then the external self, the way you outwardly would appear to other people and outwardly would perceive things. So there could be a bit of this happening as well. So it's more internal than anything else. But let's read into it in a creative sense, I suppose. Creatively, there is collaborations coming in. I see you potentially signing on with 2 lucrative clients, or distinguishing or trying to distinguish between 2 different clients or stakeholders or investors. One may be foreign and coming from overseas. I think they're both quite lucrative, if I'm honest. The earth sign as well as air energy as well as fire. There could be a bit of traveling back and forth. The process to get the ball rolling might take some time, as indicated by the 10 of Wands, but it's certainly achievable, and it can certainly bring you high influence, power, notoriety, negotiation with the Emperor here as well. Creatively, I feel like you're going to be looked upon. I think there's an idea that you may have, or something that you'll start doing, and you'll just go with it, Leo. I think you'll just take off and just go along with it. And I think for the most part, you'll receive a lot of good feedback, from this, from whatever idea that it is you have. Some of you might be traveling for work as well, where some might meet someone you're interested in, or you might be traveling with a love interest or someone you sleep with. Devil card here is, so it could signify one night stands, just a physical attraction, lots of sex, especially overseas. So for those going out overseas or traveling overseas, not only is there love, I think there's definitely physical relationships that are happening. Both these couples aren't nude, so this can indicate a lot of sexual activity as well. As long as you stay protected, I feel there's a lot of offers coming in, a lot of people that will be interested in you in that way. So it's important, I think, you just protect yourself. But for the most part, I think a really, really good November, more internal than anything else. But look, I do hope you have a lovely month